to take your AR-15, your AK-47. We're not going to allow it to be used against our fellow Americans anymore. Hell yes, hell yes, hell yes. We're going to take your AR-15. Hell yes, your AK-47. Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15.
Oh, hell no.
Hell yes, we're not going to allow it to be used against our fellow Americans anymore.
How Hitler came to power. People have marveled and wondered because it was lost to the world how he came to power. Folks, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. Are you a prepper? Do you understand that shit has hit the fan? Do you see where this is leading? Can you see it now? That's the question. The answer I have is yeah, it's right in our faces. Understanding how Hitler came to power. Folks, Hitler was a criminal in the early 1920s. That's right. He was in jail, sitting in jail with Rudolf Hess, sitting in jail with other, well, soon to be or later to be found Nazis. They were criminals, folks, and they came to power. How is that possible? How could a criminal become the Führer, the leader of the Third Reich that was going to have a 1,000-year reign? How did the German people go from being industrious, hardworking, intelligent to dupes, absolute dupes, being sucked into a ridiculous cult-like dream and then just destroying themselves? How is it possible? Folks, it was all stage managed. Number one, criminals. Criminals were let out of jail. Yes, there are modern examples and parallels. Criminals were let out of jail. They were well funded. And then they were put in positions of power, and propaganda and media was used to foist them to the top. Now, does anyone have any doubt that the Bidens are a criminal organization as a family working politically? Hunter Biden, hello crack pipe, hello hookers, hello cocaine, hello marijuana, hello to all of that and more. Graft, corruption, bribery, extortion. The Bidens are criminal. Hitler and his group was criminal. Well, Biden's being funded, is he not? How do they fund politicians today with direct money loans like they did to Hitler? No, now it's called, well, political action committees and super PACs as well, where anonymous donors can ship millions of dollars to support these idiots, these thieves, these criminals like the Bidens. Biden, folks, has a 13% approval in some polls. 13% approval. How is it, right, that he is in charge of a nation? How is it that Hitler, a criminal, can be foisted to the top? Do you think his approval numbers were off the charts? No, they weren't, folks. He had dismal numbers, but he was foisted into power using money and media. And ultimately, what happened? Once they got a little bit of power, they stole more, they bribed more, they threatened more, they extorted more. They brought their military / policing muscle into the equation. And they used Hitler Youth, folks. They used gangs, criminal gangs in Germany. They put little uniforms on them. And they gave them permission to commit acts of terror and violence on the German people, to scare them into submission. Sound familiar? Biden with a 13% approval. Biden and the Democrats using Antifa, using BLM, using a bunch of disgruntled youths to cause violence and mayhem, to increase their power, and then accuse their enemies, right? The Republicans, patriots, as being the terrorists. Parents accusing parents of being the terrorists. Are you seeing the parallels? How Hitler came to power, a criminal who was put on top of the pile with money and media and propaganda. Biden, a criminal, in my opinion. and many others, put on top of the pile, supported with money, media, propaganda. Now using, and has been using since 2020, violent youths to scare people into submission, while they accuse their political enemies, people who love freedom and the Constitution. Hitler changed Germany from the Weimar Republic, the German nation, turned it into the Third Reich, a bunch of government-worshiping Nazis. Now, of course, not the whole nation loved it, folks, but they had political power, and they had police power, and they had military power. What does Biden have? They have police power, do they not? Along with the media and the money, they have police power. They have political power. Yes, they do. Look at Nancy. Look at Chuck. They will not give it up. Oh yeah. Election thievery? You think it didn't occur in Germany? Think again. How about military power? Well, if they can't own the military and have patriotic Americans believe that Biden is in charge and they should obey every order, then destroy the military and populate it with a bunch of despicable beta males and wimps who are more concerned about their high heels, lipstick, and fishnet stockings than actually training to be warriors to protect this nation. So yeah, they're going to control the military, control the police, control the propaganda, control politics. With a 13% approval rating, folks, they're going after their political opponents like President Trump and you and I, accusing us, people with morality, decency, a work ethic, and a belief in country. They're going to accuse us of being the terrorists, us of being the bad guys. Everyone who is the Führer's enemy, everyone who is an enemy of the Nazi Party in Germany, guess what happened to them? That's right. They were sent to concentration camps. They were sent, folks, to work camps. They were sent for re-education so they could learn to be good Nazis. The German people were told to obey or you'd be punished. I'm sure they gave lots of fluoride teeth treatments to those prisoners to help them think right. Well, today it's even worse. They've discovered, oh yeah, feed soy to the masses. Well, let's give them bugs while we're at it and take away the necessary proteins for building strong bodies and feeding and nourishing good minds. Not to mention all the other estrogen-laden shit out there. Folks, how Hitler came to power is exactly how the Democrats are coming to power now. Except we're Americans, we have our Second Amendment, and we have our knowledge of history. This is where us older folks, Gen Xers and boomers, can stand up and say, no. Don't believe them, millennials. Don't believe them, Gen Z. Don't believe them. Freedom and liberty is where it's at, not despotism, tyranny, and big, powerful government. We have a fight coming, folks. You have to be prepared. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense. Have your plan. There's a lot to this, folks, right? How is the government doing it? The same way Hitler did, folks. FBI Director Chris Wray, he parroted and echoed the Attorney General Garland, the goofball geek, condemning attacks on the integrity of the FBI. The FBI, it's synonymous with the Stasi, or it's synonymous with the KGB now, or it's synonymous with the Gestapo, a secret police that can manufacture evidence, get a warrant so it has the appearance of lawful action, and then attack people for their politics, their belief systems, or just failing to stand up and bow down for all to see in front of, Herr Biden. Folks, they are complicit. The bureaucracy is complicit in this takeover. Just the same way, folks, the same way that Hitler took over, right? ABC News chief investigative reporter says Americans who are angry over the Trump raid are neo-Nazis because Merrick Garland is Jewish. So they're projecting on us what they're doing. They have been attacking Israel, Jews. They have been attacking Americans, Christians, Catholics, right? Christian nationalists, and calling us neo-Nazis when it is them who are acting like socialist totalitarians. Nazis, folks, the National Socialist Workers' Party were Nazis and socialists. And over in Soviet Union, right, they are socialists. Right? The Union of Soviet Socialist Republics was a communist socialist setup. What are they doing now? They're pushing totalitarian government, calling their enemies Nazis, while they take up their socialist methods and techniques. Unbelievable what is happening, right? You know, the mainstream media forgets we're supposed to treat, right, Jews like a special protected class and forget all about Ilhan Omar attacking Jews and the Jihad Squad talking anti-Israeli and anti-Jew garbage for years. We're just supposed to forget about that now and follow what ABC News says. The same exact techniques. Look around. Check history. You'll see it. The German people weren't stupid, folks. They were bullied, pressured, lied to, and tricked into giving up their nation to a bunch of Nazis. That's right. Biden has 13% approval. Why is he the president? He isn't even a good clown, a stage managed puppet. He's not even good at that, folks. Yet he's in there. And the media supports him. The propaganda is played out for him. We are accused of being the bad guys when it is our country that's being stolen. It's unbelievable. How did the Nazis get to power? Money and media propaganda. That's how they got to power. How did they grow that power? Using police force, right? Special secret investigations. And a new, folks, right? The Gestapo wasn't there in the 20s. It was created by the Nazis. Kind of like we have the IRS creating their new tax revenuers, their own new financial Gestapo to go after in public, right? Publicly humiliate people and attack them and claim that they're not paying their fair share. Another communist propaganda move. They didn't pay their fair share, so we sent the IRS in there to prove it and then punish them. So everyone pay your taxes. Everyone submit to the government. Everyone give up and worship Biden. Worship the new Democrat Party, right? It's unbelievable, folks. How Hitler came to power should now be painfully obvious to all of us. You just have to know a little bit of history and then see the parallels, see the similarities, and see where this is heading. Except this is America. And we know our history. And we know about tyrants. And we have our Constitution to look at. We don't need to look at modern examples of what government is or should be or what they want it to be. We can look at history and read it right there in the Constitution. Free speech, the right to keep and bear arms. Foundation, the hallmarks of a free republic, a free people. Learn it, love it, live it, folks. And pretty soon we're going to have to fight for it. Chance favors the Prepared Mind. Thank you for supporting us at thepreparedmind.club, at subscribestar.com, and shop for your prep items, folks, at thepreparedmind.club. It's what supports us and keeps us here in Studio B or downstairs in the bunker. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense. Folks, knowledge, planning, understanding, seeing where this is going. It's all happening right in front of our eyes. Don't be a dupe. Don't be like Germany in the 20s and then 30s, right? We can't let America become that. We need to fight back. We need to elect real people who will stand up and fight in Congress. Oh, that's right. How Hitler came to power as the Führer, as the boss. They had a Reichstag fire. The German Congress burned. And then Hitler went from chancellor to Führer, dictator. If we take back Congress in November and it's announced, will they burn Congress? Will they say, well, we're just banning Congress, it's not needed? We'll just run things from the White House? It's very possible, folks, that history can repeat in that way. And if it does, we know where it goes. And even if it doesn't, we're seeing that everything is being run by executive fiat out of the White House. Well, it's an emergency. So I have emergency powers, says Biden's puppet masters, as they make him sing and dance and fall, crash his bike, can't walk upstairs, can't even speak. Oh, folks, we're going to have a lot more technology used here. You wait and watch. Computer technology, there's going to be digital Bidens out there giving perfect speeches pretty soon. You're going to retire that old man to the basement again. You wait. Just wait the shit they're going to shower on us, folks. Get prepared now so you'll be prepared to deal with the consequences with our coming future. I don't mean to be so dark, folks, but look at history. It is replete with examples of dark, evil government. Get prepared. Thank you for supporting us, and we'll keep doing this as long as you want us here, right? Your support, right? Your support. Your donations on YouTube, shopping at the club, signing up as premium members at thepreparedmind.club and at Subscribestar. That keeps us here and going. Without you, we're not here. With you, we can be strong and resist and fight back against tyranny, lawlessness coming out of Washington, D.C. Semper Fi means always faithful. Semper Fi. And God bless America.